All right, I think we are live on Facebook. Let me double check. Yeah, so we're live right now on Facebook, on my personal page. Going to see if anyone comes in. If not, anyone can catch the replay, hashtag replay or hashtag live if anyone's joining. So I'm just going to wait a few more minutes, see if anyone joins. So hey, Nikolai, what exactly have you been doing all day today? Like, what's your day like?
Busy. Busy. Basically, Carsync. Usually in the morning, I have some sessions with engineers, like one-on-ones, where we discuss what they did, make plans for like next week, and so on. And later, it's either me coding or talking to customers on Facebook, email, live chat, everywhere.
Nice. Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun.
Yes.
All right, so we got a few people on, so we'll just get started. For anyone joining or catching the replay, this is Nikolai, CTO of Carsync. And what you can do with Carsync is use it for Turo. And a lot of people may or may not know what Turo is, but it's a platform where you can list your car, right? Take photos, list it on their platform, and anyone that's visiting your city can book your car. And with Carsync, it helps because you can integrate Turo into your platform and manage everything in one place, which is a great product that you have that we use every single day. So if people are not aware about Turo, just go to Turo.com, kind of read upon it, see what they do, and it's a great way to make extra money with your car if you're not using it. I'm super excited. Thank you, Nikolai, for joining me, man. And just tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, where you're from, and let's go from there.
Hi, Terry. Yeah, thanks for the invite. Yeah, I'm originally from Serbia, Eastern Europe. I moved to the US some like 8 years ago or so. I spent most of my time here in Silicon Valley working for big tech companies.
Nice.
And what made me start this business is kind of like usually how these things start. My friend had cars on Turo. He's a Turo host here in San Francisco. And as he was scaling from like 5, 10, 15, and so on cars, he had more and more issues with management, with his time management, how to still keep his guests happy, and so on, how to manage calendars. So to me, it was pretty interesting, like these problems, like from technical perspective. And I started working on that like as a side project first, and then later we decided to go all in.
That's pretty awesome. And how long ago did you start Carsync?
It's a while, maybe like 2.5 years ago, but let's say a year ago or like year and a half ago, we got more serious. We got some funding, like some pre-seed funding, and we also hired more engineers, more people. So since then, we've been able to work on a lot more features and catch up with competition, and now we are leaders in this area. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. So your background, are you more of a tech savvy type of person, coding, you said? Um, you're behind the scenes basically, right? So if there's any issues or bugs, you help kind of fix those type of issues, right?
That's right. I'm an engineer, software engineer, spend most of my life coding. And yeah, it's coding, but also product design. I'm not a host, so I don't know all the details about that. A lot of that I have to get from our customers and kind of design some solution that works for most of them, or ideally all of them, because a lot of them, they have different operate in a different way. Some have like a parking lot, some use street parking. There's a lot of differences. Some do airport delivery and so on. When we design this, we have to kind of look into definitely a few customers at least, and see that they all have similar needs, and come up with a solution that works for all of them. And then also coding is a big part of that.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, I'm in the Facebook group. It's kind of good to get that feedback from customers, right? To kind of see what they want, what issues they're having, kind of fix those issues, implement them, improve on the product. So you've done a great job doing that.
Yeah, that's like definitely number one driver, the group and the community.
Cool. So is it just you that's on board with Carsync? Or do you just have a staff of engineers underneath your company?
Yes, we have 3 more engineers, which they are working full-time on this, but they are not US based. They're from in Serbia, like my home country. So we hired there, and we have a designer also, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. So
small team, but yeah.
Small team, effective, definitely. So I'm getting off track, but from your hometown, do you have anything cool to talk about? Like where you're from? Is there anything good to do out there or experience? Like, what's your thoughts on
that? That's interesting question. I haven't been, I haven't lived there for a long time, but like I haven't been there during college years. Then for work, I was spent different places, and then ended up here in Silicon Valley. So it was kind of interesting to go back there and now like hire people for my own team and have an office there. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting experience, kind of.
Cool. So if anyone's interested in learning more about Carsync, what do you think it's one good thing for them to kind of check out when you go to your website and sign up?
Yeah, we'll work with hosts big and small. And like if you have 3 or more cars, definitely you'll see a lot of value in our service. And we help mostly with, I would say 2 things: automation, so that you spend less time in actively managing your business, and also metrics. So understanding your numbers. Are you actually making profit, right? A lot of hosts are, they don't have the right tools. Before us, they didn't have the right tools to know this, actually, to take all these things like expenses, depreciation, and so on into account when they're looking at their numbers. There are many popular features, but yeah, I would say if you are just starting, one pretty popular feature is messages. So automating your messaging with renters, scheduling, like you usually want to have some welcome message, or like pickup instructions, drop off instructions, ask for review, late reminders, and so on. And through Carsync, you can schedule those messages, and that's been a great help for everyone. But the tool itself, yeah, apart from doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes like automation for you, it has really good design. We're pretty proud of that. So yeah, check out the design. You can, for example, see calendar for all your cars, all your vehicles in one place. It's very scalable, works for the biggest host on Turo with 250 cars. works very well. And also pricing. If you want to, let's say, increase the price of all your vehicles 5% this weekend or $1 less the other weekend, you can do that with a few clicks. Whereas in Turo app, you would spend hours doing that. So
Definitely. Okay, that's cool. So do you guys ever thought about maybe like you guys are fine tuning this great product? Are you guys going to eventually build out an app for it for like an iPhone or Android type of mobile device?
yeah, definitely. Apps is up. Those apps are in the works. I would say maybe like 80% done or 90% done. One big thing that we definitely want to finish for the apps is this like kind of notifications and alerting. That's a big part right now that's missing in our tool, like getting alerts for different types of situations that you want to. For example, when we send a message or we download some tools for you or things like that, we want to alert the host about those things, and that's what we are finishing right now. But it shouldn't be more than, let's say, a month. So yeah, expect our app in App Store and Android Store.
Oh, nice. That's good to know. Good to know. Well, I think your product is great. So you guys continue to do good work, and I appreciate that. Um, what's one thing would you say would be best? Like you guys are the leading management company product for fleets for Turo for managing your cars. What's one advantage that you guys have versus any other competitors that you've seen so far?
Right now, there's not a lot of tools like this for car space, for Airbnb space and STR space, which is a lot more mature market. There's a lot of these tools like Guesty, Logify, Smart BNB, and I think there's a lot of hosts, STR hosts, who use those tools and find them super valuable. Uh, for cars, it's still relatively small, so we are kind of pioneers here, and that's on one hand that's good for us because we're kind of like one of the first. On the other, it's still like we are still waiting for this to become like as mainstream, I would say, as Airbnb, renting other people's cars and car sharing.
Cool. Yeah, I think Turo is definitely on the rise. We've seen a lot of growth down here in South Florida, so I think it will continue to grow and expand, and you guys will pretty
Oh
much
yeah,
thrive in this market.
oh yeah. This we are seeing a lot of growth recently, and I think a lot of that comes from the shortages that are now happening because car rental like rental car companies, traditional ones, they sold off a lot of their fleets during last year because it was just idle. But now, since the demand is picking up, there's not enough supply. So Turo has seen a lot of growth during the recent months, and I think it will continue this year. So it's if you are thinking about car sharing, definitely right now is the right time to jump in.
Cool, 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 cool. So the best way for them to learn more about your product, right, is go to carsync.io, and that's the website for it, correct?
Right, right. Carsync.io, you can see a list of features there. Right now, we're in growth stage, so the product is free. Actually, you can create your account for free, and that's as easy as it can get. So uh, open an account, connect your Turo, and immediately you will see reservation feed metrics. We import all your past trips, so everything will be as smooth as like possible.
Nice. I think one good feature you guys have that I love is the tolls option for reimbursement. you can connect your toll account. And if, a guest is using your car running the tolls, it's as easy as a button to click to send them, hey, this is how much you owe me for these tolls. Like, you guys have it so mapped out. It's easy. It's very, it's like the best thing out there.
Right. It's Turo does not help costs with tolls at all. It's so we connect to all the providers throughout the USA and automate this for you. If you live in a state with a lot of tolls like California or Florida, where hosts have, some of the hosts that we work with have hundreds of tolls today, every day. It's a lot of help to automate that. Before this, they had to literally manually do this by hand. So
All right. Sorry about that. StreamYard kicked me off.
it happens to the best of us.
All right. So sorry. So what were you saying before I got kicked off?
Yeah, we were talking about tolling feature. Yeah, I was talking about like that. Yeah, some hosts are lucky to live in a state without tolls,
Yeah.
like Nevada. But if you live in, let's say, California, if you are doing business in California or Florida, you can have hundreds of these per day. So before Carsync, people would literally by hand match those to trips and so on. So Turo right now doesn't help you at all with that. They actually make it more difficult.
Yeah.
They ask you, for example, to provide proof like receipts or screenshot, which is also very difficult for people to do. And usually these websites are very terrible, like slow for tolling. So yeah, I think definitely that's one of the features that saves a lot of time, if not the most time.
The most time indeed. The most time. You also have a free Facebook group people can join too, right?
Yes, yeah, it's a great place to meet other hosts. Hosts are usually tour hosts. I assume Airbnb as well. They're very active on Facebook and Facebook groups. They have their own groups, and we have our own for our tool, of course. And that's where we get a lot of feedback from hosts, what they want us to work on next. That's how we decide what to work on next too.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, again, if anyone wants to look at carsync.io, please do check them out. They've done a great job, and they're going to continue to grow and excel in their market. Look out for Nikolai. It's going to be the next big thing. I know that for a fact. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, just leave any comments below. I'll be sure to reference them to Nikolai, or if I know it, I'll answer it. And I'll put the website below, the Facebook group that you have. And if anyone has any other questions, just ask away.
Great, thanks Terry for your invitation. And yeah, if you are doing car sharing, definitely open an account today. If you are not, now is the right time to jump in.
Yep, 100%. Perfect. All right, cool, man. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.